Just shifting from the literary to more of a social standpoint, I was hoping that you would touch on women's roles in modern Greek society today. We've only been in the country for 5 days. I don't feel very knowledgeable about just current social standing and maybe based on the modern literature.
So where are women, Greek women today in terms of literature? Oh, forget literature. What have you seen? I always do this. What makes an impression on you? You're coming from the U.S. Mm-hmm. So what has made an impression on you? What you've seen in your 5 days?
Well, I haven't seen too many drastic differences in terms of social standing. We also haven't really left this area a whole lot, but I've noticed that most of the people who are working in the social settings are men, taxi drivers and shop owners and other things like that. That's the only thing that I've really caught.
Do you see a difference in dress or the way women are dressed maybe?
Women versus men, or women here versus women in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Certainly more conservative, but...
Here.
Right, but nothing drastic, of course.
Okay, so you're saying there's still this sort of private-public divide. I think you're right, and it's definitely the case. I think that women are... It's hard to talk about this because you're always running into the danger zone. Women tend to be sort of still not confined to the private sphere, but sort of visible more in the private sphere than the public, although that's, more women today are working than they were back then in just different types of jobs, I would guess. I'm not answering this question very well. Does anyone else want to answer?
Maybe I can help you. I'm Italian, so we're in a similar situation. I mean, the Greek situation is not much better than in other places like Italy. If we think that at the top of the corporation there are very, very, very few women, and the few ones who are, for example, in politics are out there because most of the family had a political tradition and all this. So that's a little bit the situation in Greece right now.
But it's the same in the U.S., right? If you look at the CEO top positions, the women aren't necessarily in them. Same in the university.